Hey guys, and welcome to the Mysteries of Selindor episode 163? Is that right?
4.
164. Never know anymore. I'm your GM Gagnor, and we've been up to a lot of stuff in our old ziggurat. What did we do last week, Seti?
Last week, we oh boy, had a fight with some dudes that were guarding this prison well, a weeblet, if you will. Uh oubliette? Shit. I know how to say the word, but now that I'm saying it for the first time in my life, I can't remember. Anyway, we fought with those guys. They were like, I guess we don't have to fight you now that you've killed half of us and we can work with you and like maybe not tell you all the secrets, but they gave away that like the well is this specific succubus and she can get out if her sister says she wants her sister to be free. And so we figured out who the sister probably is, and then we talked to Zuktmoy to be like, hey, can you help with this? And she was like, bring me some tea from the succubus that's trapped, and we'll see what happens. So Grim and Seti are on a mission to get tea, and the other three are still stuck by the well, thinking about jumping in, except Mitnir just pulled 2 cards from the deck of many things out of boredom and stupidity, and now we have to deal with that too.
Only half of it.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much the gist of what we did last week, in significantly more detail than I would have said it. So, you guys have just, within the sliver of the 73rd layer of the Abyss, you guys are talking with your Arcanoloth friends and trying to figure out what to do when you watch Mitnir having 2 cards just pulled out of a deck, is slowly petrified along the edges and seems to be moving a little bit slowly. You notice right away you feel heavier, lethargic. And you notice also that a key sort of symbol appears on your arm, which has happened before. It seems to be like some sort of holdover until the prophecy fulfills itself.
I think I know what the gem dragons feel like now.
I'm not there, so.
Yeah.
just kind of like
So
orange.
you guys just hear him say this out of nowhere. I don't know if Kita's there for being Brobsy, but Mitnir pulled from the deck of many things. Meanwhile, what are you oh, what's happening to him? Is this? And you see she stares down and like just like reaches over the well. She says, "Is this Shami Amore turning him to stone with some sort of weird succubus magic? How clever!"
Now you're thinking, and just like taps rock to rock essentially.
There's a very nice rock to rock clicking noise as you do so.
He's like, oh, oops.
I'm just gonna walk up next to Mitnir and sort of whisper to him and be like, maybe let me hold on to that deck for a few.
Can't open fingers all the way, just like holds hand over with deck is like partially clasped, you know, like
You're able to pry them out of his fingers.
Let's put that away in my bag.
Yep.
Your turn.
Not right now.
Well, now that our friend over here has become very stoned all of a sudden, perhaps when the time comes, he should be the one we send down. He will sink straight through that water quick as a stone.
Good plan. I think it's a good plan.
Seems built for it now. Oh, don't say that about him. He's just a poor idiot who's messing with powers he doesn't understand. I don't know. I think he deserves it entirely.
I mean, all valid points, maybe? But how do I fix it?
Oh, that's entirely your dilemma. Meanwhile, I believe we were meant to do something. What was it that we were meant to do again? Your friend wanted us to ascertain some gossip of some kind, maybe? Or that information relayed from you, Seti, to them?
I'm not sure Grim has told me yet.
Oh. Never mind then.
Did I not?
I don't know. I think maybe the session ended, or I don't know if we talked about it. I don't remember.
No, I think you told them, didn't you?
I told them to wait. I remember that.
Last thing we heard from you guys was to wait.
Oh, okay. Sorry, my bad.
We can
Yeah,
say
so-
we can say Grim told Seti. Seti would definitely send them a message like we need some gossip to send to Zookmoy.
I do need a D100 just to make sure it doesn't fail.
$51.
Okay. Is there a message you want to say, or is your mouth busy?
I mean, basically just be like, we need gossip from the succubus about shenanigans, siblings, whatever. Good tea,
Demogorgon,
the Demogorgon,
Mercyster,
Zookmoy.
something.
and she'll help.
No, not gossip about Zookmoy. I don't think that's a good.
I said for her, not about
Oh,
her.
for no, yeah, okay, never mind. I was gonna say, do not
Don't
gossip
go
about Zookmoy.
in.
And that's what you get. You don't hear Grim talking, just her.
Yeah, I know. Grim's just like talking to Seti.
But you do hear her replying to Grim.
Well, that's not too hard, other than she seemed to be having a hard time talking as is. So we might have to go in. Someone has to go in to talk to her, because then it could relay it back to you guys, like up here, who could then send it back to Seti. It's gonna be a fun game of telephone.
I wonder if we're familiar enough with her at this point to send a message to her.
I'm fairly certain that she was responding whenever we were thinking or getting close enough looking down into the well. She was talking to us telepathically or something.
Right, but then there was like 20 minutes where she said nothing.
Oh, yeah. Hey, you alive down there?
I guess I could have
Silence.
died in the past like 25 minutes.
Silence. And then you all hear in your mind, "What is it?"
Not dead. Got it.
I am tired. It takes a lot of strength to communicate with you.
Well, we need some gossip about your sister or sisters or the Demogorgon.
Gossip. I have been in here for such a very long time. I don't think I have anything up to date.
Oh, it doesn't have to be up to date.
Oh. To what end do you need this gossip?
I think it's to blackmail your sister.
Into letting you out.
Oh. You hear this sort of like weary sort of giggle down from below. Well, if it's to cause trouble to Mal, then the best I can think of is Gumbelblatt.
We just say that name and they'll know what it is.
Like, is that a food or an instrument?
Gumbelblatt is the name of a goblin. During a very embarrassing adventure within her life, or at least so I've been informed by my few visitors before we were slivered, there was a bit of a snafu. in which she ended up in the body of a goblin for some time. And being the slut that she is, had a child. A half-infernal goblin.
That
named Gumbleblatt. Truly embarrassing that one of her children was not of some powerful megalomaniac of the dark, but of a simple little greenling. Oh, how very sad.
All right, that
Not
should
sure you
probably
can
do.
do with that, but it is what I have.
We'll
That
see
said,
if
I
it's
do
enough.
have a bit more of her history and secrets, but speaking this way is so tiresome. Perhaps if you wanted to come down, I need you all to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh no.
I mean, if it's a charm effect, I'm immune.
So how does a nat? Or that's still a nat 20. It's just a 26 instead of a 28. Got it.
A nat 20.
22.
Okay. Well,
Oh, is it a
Dropsy.
spell or magical ability?
It's a layer action.
Dropsy got a 25.
perhaps you got a 25?
Mm-hmm.
You guys see the handyman starts to step forward.
Oh no.
I reach
It's up
out
to you
to
if you guys
grab
want to
him.
do anything. You can try. Go ahead and make me an athletics check or an acrobatics check to try to grab them before they walk in.
26.
Okay, with a 26, you're able to deftly leap up as you see her stepping forward and grapple her back from the edge. She is fighting against you. She says,
I have to get to her. She needs me. This poor, poor woman. I must help.
Nope, I don't think you want to do that. Just hang tight.
I will help kind of hold, like, hand on shoulder, just like firmly grip, like, nah.
she's gonna, after you guys have wrestled her down, restrained her for a moment, you hear from inside the pit, don't stop her. That's rude. You must always ask a lady for consent before touching them.
I'm looking to see if Dropsy has anything to help, but I don't know. I don't think so.
I just move Destrin away from the well and like fly her back down to the ground.
Okay, you can do that. I will say that she's going to attempt to break free.
Can we trap her in a locket?
I believe that's
I
willing
could-
creature, or there's a
Has to be
save,
willing,
right?
yeah.
Hmm.
Let's see if there's a save. I don't think you can force one in there. No, have to be willing or unconscious.
Knock her out!
Hey, I was thinking it.
If that's the best we can do, it's the best we can do.
I mean, I'll give it, if she comes to her senses, won't do anything, but if she tries to, like, break free, just like dunk.
Well, she is trying to break free, so whatever that is. Do I have to
Except-
roll to like fight against it or something?
Well, I think
It's like a
She's
contested
going
athletics
to-
or something.
Contested athletics. Well, I think what she's going to do is Misty Step.
Oh, I can't do nothing about that.
So she's going to Misty Step away from you guys. I'll say that you're both on top of her, grabbing her, and then she just poofs out, and then she's over it, and she's falling the remaining 20 feet. If anybody has anything that they think they can do in the next 6 seconds, otherwise she is in there.
Would
Hang on. What if I key point, bonus action, dash, and fly and scoop her up?
I'm gonna have you do a dex. Well, an acrobatics or athletics check, and your DC is 30.
Ooh. I don't know if I can do that, but let's find out.
I throw Arn like a javelin to speed him up.
Only 23.
23. As you just narrowly reach out, trying to grab her. What?
I do want to remind everyone that we had Heroes Feast. So.
What? What does that mean?
Oh, advantage on wisdom saves.
Yeah.
Also a failure.
Okay.
So she did fail. And she teleports, and as she lands in the water, she disappears beneath the surface. And then you hear just a company after so long. And then you guys see a little bit of light below the surface. The pale skin of Destrin as her hat comes off, and the hands begin to float freely in the space. And she swims deep below the surface and falls briefly, and she becomes difficult to see.
She jumped before I could.
It wasn't really willingly.
Says, "Oh, bad luck indeed. Oh, well, unfortunately, your friend does not seem to have any form of resistance to the charms of the lady below. Oh, very, very bad form indeed on my part. I probably could have helped, should have helped, but woe is me, I didn't."
Side eye him, just like,
"Sorry, dear, we're all so very weak after our big, terrible fight. Oh, wait, we rested. Oh dear. It was truly just stupidity on our part. We were very distracted."
Mm-hmm. That's what it was.
I'm like hesitating to like act here because I don't know like if Kita's here or can they like I don't know. But like before she disappears from sight, could Bropsy try to like do a polymorph on her? Maybe if we turn her into like a fish, she can't be charmed? I don't know.
I think she would be charmed even easier.
Yeah, she'd just be dumber.
I don't know.
Polymorph uses the mental stats of whatever you turn them into.
Just trying to think of something like a succubus might not want to suck a fish.
At this point, as Bropsy thinks hard about what she can do, Destrin is already gone. She is below the surface and in the well.
I feel like Kita would go after her, but I don't want to do that to Bropsy if that's not.
Nah, she doesn't know her that well. We were told
Bropsy
to wait.
cares.
It's entirely up to Kita if she's around or not around otherwise.
We just got some information we need to relay back to SETI.
Does the ring only work once a day?
Yeah. For the sending.
Yeah.
But we
Who's
each have
used
it.
their ring?
I think Bropsy did and I did.
So, Orin, you've
Yep.
got the last sending from your side. Roll a D100 before you talk.
All right. 17.
Okay. Go ahead.
What was that goblin name? Some weird
Bumbleblatt.
Bumbleblatt. Okay, so the message will be, hey SETI, look into a goblin named Bumbleblatt. Apparently, this is a child of the sister.
I will tell that to Grim to pass on to his patron.
Also tell her that Destrin jumped in and I'm kind of stoned.
I don't think I have that many words. I've already said what I said.
Well,
All right, well, you get that message.
I relay that to Grim to pass on to Zutmoy. I'll send a message back.
You can just reply to the message it's sending.
Oh, that's right. Okay, hang tight. Don't do anything stupid. We'll get you out as soon as we can. Keep me posted.
And you get
Gum-
that.
It's Gumbleblatt, right? Or is it Bumbleblatt?
It was definitely Gumbleblatt, but you've heard Bumbleblatt.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go into Shedakla again, I guess. That didn't take
Alright.
very long.
I will try to do some independent research very quickly. See if I
Okay.
can get more information.
What, on Gumbleblatt?
Yeah, first I'll just mention because Cleary's here, right?
Oh, well, if they're gonna do the research first, I guess I'll wait.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead and make me an investigation check.
Can't imagine there's gonna be anything
Mentioning-
on him.
Mentioning it to Cleary, Cleary says, I've never heard the name before.
I'll help. I rolled a 21.
Did better than I did. I got a 17.
Yeah, search though you might through the many books within your manor that seem to have most of the information you can ever want or need in them. Depends on how much time you want to spend looking, but
Not long. I was basically
first
just gonna...
first couple books you peruse through, it's looking for a needle in a haystack that may not exist. You come up dry.
Nobody does, you know what? There needs to be a goblin historian. Nobody studies goblins.
Can we just assume that he said the part about her being a goblin when she gave birth to him?
I think you said what he said.
I said was a child of the sister.
Yep.
She had an affair with a goblin.
No, that's not what she said. All right. Well, then I'll go down and I'll go talk to.
All right, so you travel to Shedekla, and as you arrive on the plane, and begin searching for familiar trunks that might contain Lady Zugtamoy, go ahead and just make me a perception check.
I mean, they're like all her anyway. It's a nat 20 for a 36.
36, yeah. So you immediately see one that that sort of has her essence within it, and you know that you could start speaking to it, and she would hear you.
Okay, I've got some dirt. I hope it's good dirt.
There's a moment, and then you see the face sort of appears. That was very quick.
And we have magic rings that we talk to each other with, so hopefully.
I see.
So,
What do you have, child? Relay it
sister-
to your master.
the sister says that apparently the succubus queen at one point had a goblin baby named Bumbleblatt.
A goblin baby named Bumbleblatt?
Yes.
I see.
Which is a
And
very stupid name,
it is a very stupid name,
but it's a goblin. So
but it is a goblin. And
So,
what
yeah.
bearing does this have against the queen? I'm sure she has hundreds of children.
I mean, it's a goblin, so it's pretty embarrassing.
I suppose so, for being such as her.
I mean, maybe somebody can verify the information before we just go and say it. But
Yes, if the information is not verified, I would prefer not to do as such.
who do we know somebody who's like not her friend who like knows things? It can be like, oh yeah, I know about Bumbleblat.
Well, I do know that there were other sisters of hers that she has trapped in various other places, but that could be just as troublesome to get to as just going into the ziggurat yourselves.
Have you met this sister that's trapped?
No, their war has been so many years, really, and I have zero interest in their entire section of the abyss. They did some terrible things to some particularly fleshy hills. They made them green and verdant. Not a mushroom in sight either.
Hmm. I met them like dryads?
They basically turned the fucking abyss into a paradise for one floor. Granted, they don't do very paradise-like things there. Well, right up until the prey dies, I suppose. The whole thing's just
nasty.
gross and unnatural.
Just
Used to
nasty
be
tree
gaping
sex?
flesh wounds within the entirety of the thing. I don't know what happens there. Again, not interested.
It's gross.
Indeed it is.
Pollen everywhere. It can make you sneeze. But that's what they said. They said
Part of
that
me has considered sending several of my, well, more invasive species in to just sort of spread the fungus within the realm, but what is that really to claim? Ugh.
Yeah, well, apparently she had a goblin child.
I could maybe do something with this, I suppose. I could try, anyways.
I mean, she must have thought it was pretty juicy if that's what she gave us to try and get out.
If this is the best we've got, I can't guarantee. Although my ability to threaten someone with, well, the skeletons in their closet is not non-existent, it's not my forte to make things seem more grandiose than they are. A bit of embarrassment isn't going to force her to release a sister that she may or may not fear. They were at war with each other for centuries before, well, she became queen. I'll tell you what. If this is the best information we can get, I can begin by sending an emissary and see what happens. If she kills it, well, no harm done. But if she doesn't, perhaps this is some leverage we can use.
Yeah, and I mean, Grim still can send his message, and if I need to send and ask more questions, then I can send and ask more questions.
Indeed. You there, abandon your circle, stand and rise. You shall be mikened here before my eyes. Learn that from a witch. So then you watch this mushroom just pops out of the ground, and like its legs start to grow, and its body becomes more humanoid, and it just starts walking towards her. Yes, master. I have a job for you. Now do this properly and don't mispronounce a thing. And you see that she's just communicating with it. Says, with pleasure, your majesty. Good. Through that pool there. Goodbye. You watch she sort of like conjures this green pool and just sort of slips inside. And now we wait.
Now we wait.
This will be boring, probably. I'm gonna go do other things. Sorry.
Just sucks back into the tree. So you're left to your own devices in Shadekla.
Yep. I just, examine all the different mushrooms, I guess.
Yeah, there's general ones you're used to at this point. You sort of cataloged this area, having visited it multiple times. In the meanwhile, what are you guys doing back inside the well? Destrin has jumped in, and you've received a message from Seti.
So what if that thing takes all the life essence out of Destrin? Then what?
That is a very good question indeed. Typically, it results in death and the devouring of their soul.
But should we like?
Yes, devouring a soul, almost always the end.
Points to one of the foxes and goes, "Should we toss one of them in so there's at least 2 things to be eaten on? It'll take half, longer."
I mean, I think that's certainly up to you, dear. If you want to try, go right ahead. We're not going to stop you.
From tossing you in?
Oh, tossing us in? Oh, well, that would be quite rude. I mean, we still have to appear to be doing our job. There's no way that she would believe that we've jumped in on our own accord. That's true. There's no way we would jump in, and if we were to jump in and fall in, oh, good friend of mine, I don't think that they would believe any second. And then, the next thing you know, they'll be coming down here themselves to see what's gone amiss. And the last thing you want is the Queen of the Succubi down here. Well, although we are slivered off, she might not be able to find it right away.
Looks at Orin.
I think
Should
Orin
I?
just kind of smirks, but doesn't really respond.
Can Bropsy see me?
I'm sure Brobsy can see you. The question is Kita around to be Brobsy?
Inches closer to these guys over here. Does the little slide shuffle, real slowly, dragon feet,
Is this where you turn around to face Orin really fast and knock them in with your wings and tail?
Yeah, just
sorry, still not used to those.
It's up to you what you want to do. They're still standing there, and they're just looking at you with their sort of fox-like faces, just being like,
"Well, you're very close, dear. Hello."
I want to so badly, but it feels so evil.
just looking at you, smiling, a big toothy grin.
So, when's the last time you talked to her?
Oh, well, she hadn't spoken to us in centuries. She was so very sick of our conversations, and us, we were sick of hers as well. She's always trying to lure you in, and we're always like, no. That's not going to happen, dear. Yeah, it's always like that. It's always her versus us. After all these years, why can't we just be civil?
So what if we drop 3 or 4 people in? Do we think would she eat one, or would she slowly eat everyone?
It certainly depends on whether or not she thinks that she could get out or not, old bean. If she thinks that she could get enough strength to get out, she might eat us quickly. But if she thinks she's going to be stuck there no matter, well, then she'll probably savor us for a long time. Be a pleasant way to go. That's for sure. She is known as the Lady of Pleasure.
Seti? Arn, your ring's broken.
What do you mean? I can hear you fine.
Because she told us to wait, and now we're...
So have you resolved yourselves to wait and do nothing?
Yep.
Currently, yeah.
Okay, so as they wait and do nothing, a bit of time passes. Seti, you are alone with Cleary, and Grim has been gone for about like half an hour
I think
at this point.
Cleary and I are still working on the matter at hand. Maybe back out in the school's library or something.
Trying to figure out any information about Gumbleblatt, or
I think maybe it's a divide and conquer situation. Somebody's looking up the Goblin Child, and somebody else is researching this particular plane of the abyss to see if maybe there is anything else we can do to try to get them out of it.
okay, make me an investigation check, and Cleary will do the same.
23.
23. I mean,
I'll
you
give
find
him
out some information
inspiration.
about the abyss. It's not going to help, but
D12.
it is a D12. Okay, I mean, it helped. It got him up to a 20, so not going to get any more information than you got. With your investigation check, you do find more information about this layer of the abyss. Like, you know that there are several people trapped there. Several of them are quasi-powers. Some of them are former demon lords, and some of them are lesser, just actual, human creatures, or those that have wronged important figures. And typically, each of their wells has a different look to it. If it's very plain, you can see that whoever entrapped them there wanted them to be forgotten. If they're very well adorned, then they're bragging about who they had trapped there and who had done it, one or the other. Sometimes the answer to getting them out of the well is built into the well itself. For instance, you might find that there are riddles and puzzles sort of things, or trials that must be completed, and just strewn about each of the different wells' sides to sort of make it possible for them to escape, but only if someone cared enough to go through the ordeal. This is the basic information you get, but no specific information on
that particular
how others get out. Usually, from what it is said in the book, the only way to get out is to fulfill the special condition.
Right, so to just
it is
reaffirm
very
what we
much like
already
the imprisonment spell, but very, very much stronger because it is woven into the laws of the actual lair of the abyss.
Excuse me, sorry. Okay, so they took my key and went. Now that they have gone, would we be able to go as well, even though they have the key? Or is it completely closed off? Do we know from previous experiences?
I don't think you know from experience, because you've always gone together.
So we could try to go meet up with them and also be trapped there, but at least we would all be together.
I mean, we do know the ziggurat is open once we open a floor, because like Black and Delvers goes in there all the time, right?
But that's usually after the floor is finished, yeah. And so this floor is not finished as far as I am aware. So, I mean, I wonder if maybe I could just poke my head through the door and be like, hello, and maybe,
You could certainly try if you want to head that way.
Cleary, do you have any ideas about, any luck on the goblin hunt?
Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like this goblin has done anything of particular interest. And listing off any information I could find about the Queen of the Succubi and the Razor Throne themselves, there are some mention of a few of her children, such as the Red Shroud. But notably, the only ones that have done anything of an import have been listed here. So no, nothing. But I can keep plugging away and wait here for when Grim can return if you want to go by yourself. I hate to do that. I'd much rather be with you to keep you safe, but
I
don't think we should
hate-
abandon him in here.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's helpful to have people on the outside, but only if the people on the outside know what to do. And right now, I'm the one that can contact everyone, and you know, I feel I don't like them being in a situation with a succubus, and I'm not there to do like counter charm shit. You know,
Yes.
it's like the only.
I
It's
do
literally
actually have the ability to cast sending.
Mhm. So you could still talk to me without me initiating.
Yes, but I can only do it one time. So I will get as much information as possible and then send you a message, but I'm always here to receive one should you need to ask me a question.
And if Grim stays
but
on the outside too, then
if I've gained any form of actual importance, anything of importance, I will use that to communicate to you.
Yes,
And if I run out of that and we have an actual solution, then we Grim and I will go there and meet up with you. If I no longer have the ability to cast sending.
Okay, I guess I'm going to a prison plane. Boy, I wish, I mean, with everything else going on, this was...
You know what, on second thought, maybe this was a really bad idea. I don't really want to send you to a prison plane. That sounds terrible.
Well,
I'm a horrible person.
Look,
I'm your partner. I can't allow this.
Very.
I'm putting my foot gingerly down.
Very. I was just going to complain that, like, I know Destrin's a friend and all, but is helping the Raven Queen with her swords really all that important right now when we have everything else going on? Like, she can wait to get the sword until after the world doesn't end, right? So, like, now all our people are stuck on the prison and we got to get them out, and if we don't get them out, then we might as well be stuck there with them because they're supposed to help us stop the world from ending.
Yes, in hindsight, it was probably ill-advised to go somewhere that was a prison, but in defense of all of that, nobody knew the next level of the ziggurat would be a prison.
No, but, we didn't have to go regardless. Not that I would have said no if I'd been awake, but the fact that they left while I was unconscious is really what's pissing me off here.
Yes, we can certainly blame them. We can blame them very hard. In fact, we could lord this over them if you like. We could take full account. I'm very good at note-taking. We can list their crimes and use diagrams and charts, and when they get back, we'll make them cry. If that will make you feel better.
Okay, sounds like a plan.
Okay. I will do other things that are more important, mostly, but I will put that as my side project.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to go make sure they don't die down there. And
if you're trapped, let me know.
Of course.
And I will besiege powers greater than our own to get you out.
I mean, I might get down there and I can't get in because I don't have the key anyway. So maybe then all these goodbyes will be for nothing.
If that happens, all these goodbyes will have been pointless. But I'm going to kiss you anyways. Bye.
Okay. Bye. I'll give him another bardic inspiration as I leave.
Oh, okay. He likes those.
Just in case he needs it.
Just in case. He is still at 5 HP.
Oh, well, we would have healed. No, I would have healed him. I didn't know. I can heal him.
No, it's all right. He's not doing anything important.
No, he's not going around town at 5 HP. Let's see. What healing spell do I have?
Bleeding through the streets. It's fine.
He's not even bleeding. His body's just covered in like the remains of the scorch marks. They're like healing on their own visually, but his body is just so weak that if he got into a conflict, he would just he'd be too weak to stand up after getting hit.
I'll tell you how much he heals when I find my healing spells.
Okay, with that, we know that Seti is on her way there. It'll take a while for you to get there. Meanwhile, back down in the abyss. Another 20 minutes pass.
Well, is my little bone buddy there? The skeleton guy?
Oh
Who's now-
yeah, what's up,
Oh,
boss?
who's
It's
now
been a
basically, I'm
bit.
sure, like covered in mushrooms.
It's like, yeah, look at me. I've got organs made out of all these strange little things. Look at that. Look at that. This mushroom here functions as a kidney. I can now pee.
So you used to be in the plane of portals. You must have heard things.
Oh, yeah. I spent
Have
a
you
long
ever
time
heard-
in Pezunia. Yes, that I did.
Have you ever heard anything about the succubus goblin baby?
Succubus goblin baby. Oh, gross. It's like a hot goblin. Weird. Oh, nasty.
Think hard. Let's see. I'll give him an enhance ability. Just think hard. You were there a while. You might have heard some rumors.
I mean, are you talking about that succubus queen who goes around fucking all the demon lords?
Mm-hmm.
She's visited Pezunia. Her I've seen. I don't know anything about no goblin, but she fucks Pazuzu like you wouldn't believe.
I'm sure she does. No, want you to think real hard. You ever heard anything about her, like, either
I'll
fucking the
make a
goblin or
history
giving birth to a
check.
goblin?
No, that information is beyond what I could witness. Now, in my defense, prior to your arrival and becoming a very good best friend to my bony self, I was in fact just a severed skull on a spit. And my range of visibility and gossip gathering was rather limited. But I do know that this lady sleeps with and has children of Pazuzu. So that's something.
I mean, that's
She's
already
got-
embarrassing.
I mean, actually, no. I think the ones they birth are actually really hot and mostly all successful within the demon realm.
Yeah,
Some of them
probably.
are also working on their own lairs themselves. Oh God, no!
I just think,
unfortunately,
if we could be
that
like,
just makes her look cool.
Demogorgon has a zombie baby. I mean, a zombie baby. He probably would like that. No, Orcus would like that. But if we could say Demogorgon has a goblin baby, I mean, that would
Oh yeah, because it's around
that'd
the
be
same
really
time.
embarrassing for her,
Now I heard that she actually has a palace in Pezunia that isn't the normal stuff. They actually made something really, really nice there. Something that looks like it was built to be pretty, which is really not Bold Pazuzu's aesthetic. He's very natural, made by the original demons, stone structures, death and discord. But her, oh man, her thing, it's resplendent. It's gorgeous. And I hear she keeps her newest lover there, some hunting guy. I don't know his name.
hunting guy.
Yeah, like he's like her new toy, her new best bow. She likes this one. Like actually legit likes, and he's not even that important, not that powerful. Like compared to Pazuzu, compared to Demogorgon, he's just like some dude who hunts.
Interesting. What is?
Are you using mass cure wounds?
It was the best I had available. 20. He got 33 points.
So like, he's a new guy.
I'm not sure if he's new. He's just not particularly powerful. I know he's probably like good looking or something. Probably's got skin and all that.
Oh, so maybe like, I mean, worst comes to worst, they could probably just kill him.
We could. Oh, we could kidnap his ass. Yeah, let's kidnap
Yeah.
him. Let's
They could just
kidnap him
kidnap him.
and let's cut off his dick. She uses
could.
that.
We could turn his dick into an actual mushroom.
Oh yeah.
And then what's she gonna do with that?
Poisonous
Eat it?
kind. Oh, gross,
We
gross.
could
I bet
turn
she
it
already
into it.
does.
You could turn it into like an itching mushroom, and then she wouldn't be able to do anything with it. What's she gonna do? She can't
Oh
do
yeah.
that.
Oh yeah. We've got plans.
Unless
we
she
got
lets her
plans,
sister
Mushroom
out.
Dad.
See, this is a backup plan. Who cares
You hear
about
like
the
the
goblin,
clankling
baby?
and the squelching of his mushrooms and bones kind of going all
Yeah.
over the place.
This is a great idea. So unless if things don't work out with the goblin baby, we'll kidnap her hunter boyfriend, turn his dick into a mushroom,
Oh yeah.
and
There's nothing
then
wrong with this plan. This plan was thought up by geniuses.
this plan is perfect. We'll kidnap her hunter boyfriend. It's perfect.
It's perfect. We can't lose.
We can't
We've
lose.
got this. Should we inform the queen?
I mean, it's a backup plan.
Yeah.
I mean, she's. I mean, it's up to her. You know, she's kind of the one in charge. Well, let's wait until the mushroom gets back from his job, and then we'll talk about it. You know, we'll see how it goes first with the goblin baby and mushroom,
Yeah, we'll wait for that. Fair
and then we'll
enough.
talk about kidnapping her hunter boyfriend.
Oh yeah. No, but we're gonna do it anyways, right?
I mean, it sounds fun.
Sounds really fun. I mean, even if like she agrees to the other stuff, we should probably do it just as a public service.
I mean, why not?
It's for fun, really. It's for fun, but we should do it. Oh my god, I want to wear his skin.
I mean,
Anyway,
you don't
so-
have to wear this.
So we cut away from that, the chaos, and I'll say that at this point, about an hour has passed, and Seti, you are now arriving at the ziggurat, and you see all of the miners like moving about and saying, "Good day, ma'am. It's been a bit since we see you round these parts. Normally it's just a glow guard that comes round." And as you stare at them intently because you're using the bathroom,
I'm here. Sati, I think she's in a hurry. She's just like breezing past, like, no time to chat. Oh my gosh. Excuse me, coming through. Emergency. Everything's fine.
So-
It's okay.
as Seti disappears like up to the next level and beyond, they're just kind of sitting there. He says, "What do you think they do with all the money we give them every month, eh? But we
These
just waste it."
tattoos, bitch.
You didn't hear them.
No, I know.
But we just wasted on bullshit like tattoos. Yeah.
I'm like literally sparkling as I flash past.
She bedazzled her own fucking skin. What a weirdo. Hey, whatever makes them happy. We're
Right.
totally ripping them off. Oh yeah, definitely for sure. Anyways. As you ascend to the next level and see that there are some individuals that are like, should we try? I heard that you probably mostly just die when you try to harvest the mushrooms, but we could try. I mean, it could be good. It
Don't
could be
do
good.
it.
Oh, yes, ma'am. Sorry. Standing guard.
No deaths. No deaths.
And as
That's
you
the
make your
goal.
way to the door of the third
deaths.
one, you look at this sort of
No deaths and no death.
strange round stone door that has, well, it's closed. There's a keyhole.
I will try to open it. I don't know.
All right, so this is where luck is going to come in. I need you to roll me any die, doesn't matter, and tell me what you get.
It's a die I never get a chance to roll. Whoop! I got a 4 on a d4.
You go to push the door aside, and as it grinds open, you see a bit of like a film, and as you, it's up to you if you want to step through or not.
So, I mean, what do I see when it opens?
Sort of what looks like a veil of water.
But it's not clear water. I can't really see through it.
It's kind of difficult to see through. Like there's like it's almost like there's like this short little tunnel, maybe like 15 feet of just water, but then you can sort of see them. Maybe you see a bit of like a very distorted Bropsy. You see like that bit of sort of rose gold pink and like bright white of Bropsy in the distance, and you can see like the blue of Mitnir, but he looks a little weird, like he's covered in rocks a bit.
I do
But
have
it's
true
again, it's
sight.
all very. Yeah, but it's looking through something that
Yeah.
just sort of distorts it. You're not. It's not stopping you from seeing them. It's just distorting.
I shout into the tunnel, "Hello, can you hear me?"
Guys, make a perception check. Anybody who would like to. With a 34 perception,
Muted. Whoops.
with a 34 perception, you do hear, like, almost like somebody's like yelling miles away, but you can hear some sort of voice in the distance. Can't make it out what it's saying, even with a 34, but you can hear it.
I rolled a 19.
Yeah, you don't hear a thing. Pretty good perception check. You were aware of exactly how many inches this Arcanoloth is from the edge of the well. You know exactly how much force would be necessary to push them.
Just stretching. Oh, man.
All right. So, you hear it though, Orin.
But from our side, we don't see this like watery hallway or anything. We just see like
Are you
the
looking
tower.
back towards the entrance? You see the tower.
Yeah.
And at the base of the tower, you see like a sort of watery shimmer from where you are. You're like a couple hundred yards away, so.
I guess I'll just fly closer then.
So you see what a glowing light on the other side of this, like sort of shimmering ephemeral water, just begin moving towards you, getting brighter and brighter and brighter, and then you can see the sort of distorted but very visible form of Orin standing on the other side.
Hello, Orin. Hello. I tried to I'll like do like a little prestidigitation to
get
make
a cough
myself
drop.
glow.
My throat hurts from doing that skull guy.
My avatar is
Your
jerking
throat hurts
around
from
so
doing
much.
what with the skull guy?
Hey yo.
Ew.
Harrow's trying to climb on my face and eat my hair, so that's all the weird movements.
My throat hurts just from doing that voice. All right.
It happens.
Yeah, you guys can hear each other. You sound distant still, but you can hear him. She can hear you, so.
Hello, Seti.
Oh my god! Okay! So, I mean, I came here to come in to the prison plane with you. But what if I can just get you out? Can you move toward me?
I'll attempt to. See what happens.
You attempt to move towards her.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and make me a athletics check, or athletics in this case. No acrobatics is going to get you through this.
24.
24. You push against the water and you feel your hand kind of like sink in a little bit, but then it just like almost like it's being swallowed a little bit by jelly, and then it just gets pushed back out.
Doesn't look like I can get through on this end.
Damn. What if I tried... Like, maybe, what if I tried to make a tunnel with Wall of Force? If I could maybe force the other force out of the way? Or maybe it's a thing that Disintegrate would work on. Probably, I mean, look, this is a prison plane for gods, so probably not. I just want to make sure I exhaust all the options before I join you in the trap. I can always rest if I need to get spells back. So, could also dispel magic. I'm going to attempt to dispel magic on the barrier.
Okay. Does that just work if it works and doesn't if it doesn't, or is there like a rule
so
involved?
if it's a spell, it automatically ends if it's level 3 or lower. If it's higher than that, then I have to roll, and there's a DC depending on what the spell's level is. Now, it might not be a spell, so...
Alright, I'll let you roll.
DC equals 10 plus the spell's level, and I am using my spellcasting ability. Oh, that's a nat 1! 8!
No.
Ow, that hurt. And ow.
So you tried to dispel the magic, and you feel your magic feebly sort of twinkles off on it.
Well...
And then this moment of almost rage hits you. You're like, I'm a quasi-god now, and I can't even cast a spell? What the fuck?
To be fair, I only became a quasi-god like 2 hours ago. Fuck. I mean, I know that when I get there, teleportation magic's probably not going to work. You can't teleport off a prison plane. Let's just fucking try Wall of Force to try to make a tunnel. Because why fucking not? And then I'm coming.
So how does Wall of Force work?
It's just visible wall of force, 10 foot by 10 foot panels up to like 120 feet. I would fold them in on themselves to make like a tunnel. If it cuts through a creature's space, the creature's pushed to one side of the wall. Nothing can physically pass through the wall. It's immune to all damage and can't be dispelled, only disintegrated. It extends into the ethereal plane as well. I'm picturing this as like a contest of barriers, like whose barrier is stronger.
Well, my question is, does it form all simultaneously at the same time, or is it wall by wall it creates itself in a sequential order?
It says it just springs into existence. It can be free floating or resting on a solid surface. You can shape it.
Okay, so fair enough. I get how it works. You make this wall of force, and there is still water inside the wall of force. Because there's no reason why it would suddenly be devoid of water.
I mean...
If you put a wall of force in an ocean, the wall of force would be in the ocean full of water.
Sure. Or is it still like really firm jelly?
Yep.
Okay, fine, I'm coming through.
You walk through your wall of force tunnel.
Holy shit, what happened to Mitnir?
Yeah, Minir looks like he's contracted some sort of weird stone disease.
I'll whisper to
Hi,
Seti,
Seti.
like, he may have pulled some cards from the deck.
What? Who gave him the deck? I'm like, look through my pack and I'm like, where's the deck? Fuck! You motherfucker!
No deck in your bag.
I have it right now.
Damn it.
So as you have joined the others, we're going to jump back to the abyss. Where you have a strange little bone creature mixed with mushrooms and his mushroom organs and bone structure, sitting next to Grim. He's like, "We should probably finish this card game before she gets here. We don't want to be embarrassed."
Oh, we're
So
playing.
do you have any twos?
We're playing cards. I thought we were just. This isn't. No wonder nothing's happening. I thought.
We would be playing cards if you'd give me the cards if you've got any twos.
Oh, I thought this was the deck of many things. No wonder nothing's happening.
Oh, that's what you were trying to do. I was wondering why you kept drawing stuff.
Yeah, no, nothing's happening. That's
the
why.
point is to get rid of your cards.
Oh, here we go. I have lots of twos.
Oh my god! This game could have been over so long.
I have 7 twos.
What are you doing? Oh, we're gone! I'm gone! You see him runs behind. He runs behind.
We
a rock.
were waiting for you to return, mushroom.
And
lady.
return I have. As it is, the creature was eviscerated. That said, she did send me a little message.
Oh, yes.
Now I may be paraphrasing, but she said something about, "You bitch, don't talk about stuff you don't understand. You didn't even get the name right."
Oh, so there is a goblin baby.
And I said, in return, maybe if you named them something less stupid, people could pronounce it properly.
So,
Anyways,
my
I
friends
think we've
don't know how
laid the
to say
groundwork.
names.
She's aware that we've fucked with her head thoroughly, but we need more.
Great. So, we need to get more information. Okay, that's good. So I'll send a message to Seti. No, wait, I don't know that Seti's there. Who should I send a message to? Mitnir? No, that won't work.
I mean, Seti's the next person you would talk to, whether she's inside the thing or not. Or you could send, if you're looking for somebody who is specifically inside, then you know that Mitnir, Bropsy, and Orin are in there.
Yeah, but Orin just gave me the wrong name, so I don't want to talk to him.
Destrin's in there as well.
Destrin is in there, and I'm used to talking to Destrin, so I'll probably talk to Destrin. But I don't know that, because I don't know that she's in the water.
You don't know that she's in the well.
I'll send
To
a
be
message.
fair, Orin would have given you the right name because he has a 27 intelligence. It's
But it's better if it was wrong.
I'll send
It's just a telephone game.
I gave it to Seti. Seti gave it to you.
I'll send a message to Destrin and be like, Destrin, these guys gave me the wrong name for the goblin baby. Can you get me the real name and more information about the goblin baby?
There's a moment, and then you hear, "Okay, we have to take a break. We have to take a break. No. Don't stop. But take a break. Take a break. What was the goblin's name again? Gumbleblatt. And any more." I'll get back to you. And you hear a giggle, and it cuts off.
Well, I think she's doing something gross. But the name is Gumbleblatt.
We were barely off. Oh, we must have really ruffled her feathers.
Yes, but she didn't tell me anything else because I think, from the sound of it, I think she might be fucking the sister.
Oh, well, she's definitely dead soon. How long have they been going?
I don't know, but does it work that way if it's... Grim doesn't know how these things work. And Grim doesn't even know how regular sex works. So how does it work
Well,
if it's...
a starved succubus is definitely going to be sucking her soul out of her body to replenish itself.
Yeah, I didn't know how it worked with with the girl and the girl. I thought didn't know if it worked there with the incubus and the how does
Oh,
that work?
no. In fact, one of the sisters primarily did lady on lady stuff. Not Shomi Amore specifically, but I do know that one of the 4 sisters that were in competition for the Razor Throne was really into that girl on girl stuff.
Well, hey,
So
okay.
it
Well, then more
obviously
power to
works.
them. I just didn't know if they specialized or if they had to do one or the other. So, okay, great. Everybody's doing everybody. Well, anyway, that
Yeah.
seems to be what she's doing, but the baby's name is Gumbleblad. But that's all she told me because she's busy, like doing that. Sounds like.
Do you have any more spells? Perhaps you could reach out to one of the less occupied ones.
That was through this ring.
I see. Who
I
would be least
could.
startled to hear my voice in their ear?
Oh, least startled. Well,
I changed my mind. Who would be the most startled?
oh, the most startled would probably be the bird.
Very well. So you hear? Do you guys see Bropsy? And she's just like sitting there, just like looking really worried, and then suddenly like, huh? Oh, 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 oh. Well, I can't say that I approve of who she's doing it with, but I do approve of the activity. I'll try to get as much information as we can and let her know that we need more. I'm really worried about Destrin, though. She went down there and everybody's saying she's going to die. But I don't know how it works because I think she's kind of undead. So maybe she'll be okay. I don't know. You can't reply to this message. You're not getting any of this, are you? It's already over. Yeah, it's over. Okay. Guys, apparently Destrin is, she's doing girl on girl time inside of with the succubus. She's still alive. And according to the very scary voice from Subtomoy, she's having a great time. So we should probably hurry because I think that means that she's probably going to be dead soon. But we need to get some more information out of Miss Amore because that's not going to be enough to sway her sister. So we need to push. We need to ask more questions, look for leverage wherever we can.
What happened to
Not that I
not going
approve
in
it,
the well?
We tried to stop her.
What? But oh my god!
I'm just a little bird with little arms.
So the problem is now she's gonna die. So
First things first. Greater restoration on Mitnir. It cures curses and it cures petrified and charmed. What happens?
Oh, you do greater restoration on him?
Yes.
Okay, you walk over, do greater restoration, and you wait. Nothing changes.
Why not?
Nothing changes.
I think I know how to fix it though, Seti, but we can fix it later.
But
Draw another card.
oh my god. What?
We'll just
What?
draw more cards. It's obvious. If it can cause it, it can fix it.
I put my hand to his forehead. I'm like checking for
Just need a-
temperature. Like what's
Just
going
need,
on
like, a
with
wish
you?
removal or something.
It's very rocky, and he feels colder than normal because
But I can still
He's-
move. It's good. We're fine.
It should have cured. That should have cured petrification. So the rockiness is not petrification, and it's not a curse, because that should have cured the curse. What the fuck happened?
I drew a card. I drew 2 cards.
Oh my god. Well, I don't want to know.
The other
How-
one's this, and
why
it's
did
still
you-
like the key.
What? You guys are trapped in a prison plane with a succubus, and you're like, let me draw some cards?
You said to wait.
To be fair, he kind of drew them before we knew he really had them, so.
Oh my god, you're like
he
a
picked
toddler.
a very good moment to do it as we were all discussing other things. And when I say very good, I mean very, very bad Mitnir. Bad Mitnir.
Just kind of
I
like looks
don't-
back and forth like,
Yeah. Okay.
So-
Don't
well,
worry, dearie. You'll be fine.
Yeah, I'm just a little rocky. Bigger issue, if Destrin's dying, right, that would, if she's dead, that defeats the whole purpose of us being here, right?
I look down the well. Can I see anything?
It's just so distorted down there.
So I think
The
I
water's
jump
like
in,
frothing.
and then I can save Destrin, and then you guys gotta figure out how to save me.
I don't think we need you and Destrin both being, I feel like, because what are you
Especially
going to?
now when
How
he's
are you
rock
going
hard
to
like
save
that.
Destrin? You know?
That's easy. I'm a hero.
He makes a very good point. That much is certain. And you look over, Seti, and you see that there are three
Oh my God, where did you
identical
come from?
bipedal foxmen wearing robes, glasses on their snouts, carrying books, or sitting around with like piles of books, just sitting there going, and they all look identical, and they're just talking slightly different with different mannerisms.
What the fuck is this?
That's
Oh,
the prison guard.
Oh, well, that's a very terse way of putting it. I'm an Arcanolat by the name of, oh God, I already forgot. Not me. I
Couple
didn't
centuries
forget.
will do that to you.
The god has forgotten. I'm Oreshka. And I'm also Oreshka, dear. I'm Oreshka, but cooler. Actually, that was the wrong voice. I'm not that cool.
I see. And as the prison guard, what, your job is to not let anything out, but it's okay if these fucks go in?
I couldn't really stop them. Yeah, I've tried very, very hard to keep them from leaping inside, but, well, that's just the way they are. Just getting too close, conversing with the, well, queen of desires.
And so there were 8 of them before.
Yes, I've been very well cold down here. It's been a rough day. I'm not firing on all 8 cylinders.
Oh boy. Okay. Oh my God. We need to save Destrin. I can. I have advantage
We need to get more
against.
information from down there, regardless. So maybe we can try talking to her, and maybe she won't kill Destrin. Maybe if we ask really nice, you're very persuasive,
Down
Seti.
there.
There's a moment, and then you hear Destrin say, "I'm a little busy, Seti."
Destrin. I know you're busy, and I'm so happy for you. But there are some fairly urgent matters happening that involve life or death. So if this could wait a little bit until the death does not happen, we could really use your help.
Are you up there pleading for your friend?
Yes, but also, like, there's this whole plot going on in the world above, outside, wherever, to get you released from here. And wouldn't you like that so much better than what you're doing now?
Oh, I would like that very much. The
And we-
issue is that I am so very starved. And anything will do, really, but I found a very willing companion.
Well, but
I see
you
no reason I should stop that.
But you see, they did a whole psychological test about this. You're the kid, and they put one marshmallow in front of you and said, don't eat it. And then later there will be more marshmallows if you don't eat this one. But now you're eating the one marshmallow and you're giving up all the future marshmallows because if our friend dies, we won't be able to help you.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
With disadvantage,
Yes, if you have advantage, then it's a straight roll.
it's a 22. Or 23,
Twen-
because I think I can't roll less than a 10.
23. She says, "Listen, I have been starving down here for centuries. Nigh on millennia.
But what's a few more hours?
So then you'll have to give me more than that. I want guarantees. I can savor your friend for a bit longer. Not quite finish her, but I'm definitely not done with her. In fact, back in my old day, I had the patience to, well, give them pleasure for months before I finally finished the job.
Wow. Okay, well, how about this? If we don't release you, we're all stuck here with you for eternity anyway. So, you know, I'm sure there will be lots of snacking.
Indeed. But what is it that you needed from me?
Well, we want our friend back, first of all. But we need...
Unfortunately, there's nothing I can do about that. I can promise you that she won't die in her time while she's here. I believe that should be sufficient. But there's nothing I can do to get her out of here.
I'm just saying, if you've got her under your thrall, then please release her so she can make her own decisions.
Oh, I would that I could. But she's going to have to get out from under my thrall all on her own. You see, I'm just naturally a bit attractive, dear.
Can I mean, I know, like, okay, I'm hearing voices. Is anything, as this conversation happening, is anything happening in the water, like, visually? Can I get eyes on Destrin at all?
Make a perception check.
22.
With the 22, like, you can make out, like, the shape of, like, her pale body beneath the water somewhere in there. You can't see Shami Amore, though.
Okay, there is... I'm looking for it on my sheet. I just fucking had it, and now I don't remember which page it was on. Something I've literally never done before, because I've never needed to, but it's one of the bard shit things, is, oh, how deep is this well, though? I guess that's the other question. Not just can I see her, but how far?
Oh, you really can't tell. Down the well, it's 20 feet to the surface of the water.
Mm.
Based on
no
the
idea.
last water thing that you went through, it was about 15 more feet of just water, at least. And then below that, it is a very deep well. Like, it's distorted. You can't tell exactly how far she is, but you'd say at least 100 feet.
Well, that's not going to work then. All right. I can see that we are going to have to negotiate on more even footing. So I'm going to send a message to Cleary.
Okay.
Destrin got succubus. I've gotta go in. Mitnir's cursed. Worse than Greater Restoration can fix. I'll do my best not to get seduced to death. I'm her only shot. Love you.
All right. Roll a D100.
Oh no, that's 19.
Okay. After a moment here. Oh, that's unfortunate. Well, I trust you. Be careful. Please be careful. I would prefer not to have you die. I love you too. Who cares about Minia right now, honestly? Good luck.
Okay.
Did you
So,
say that out loud when you sent it to him, or was that all in your head?
I can say it out loud.
It's like, I'm already cursed. Just let me go.
No, because your curse is not the same. I can try to get the information we need. I can try to break her hold on Destrin, and I can fly us both back up.
Well,
I
they
have
said
more.
you can't come out of the well.
Well, hang on. I thought this was the well is the prison, and then the plane is also a prison. They're both prisons. Got it.
We're a prison inside of a prison.
I
So
mean, look.
if I go, you can still get information, and I can protect both of us. Hopefully.
But then what
as long
if
as
you
she
and
doesn't charm
Destrin
me.
are both, and then someone else? This is the lady that swallowed the fly story now. Because if you and Destrin are both trapped down there, then somebody else has to come get you both back out, and I can't get you both back out. You're too heavy. I have resistance to being charmed. I cannot be charmed.
But then you're still stuck.
Okay, but I
And then
can't
we're
be
stuck up here
charmed.
with. We can't talk to you.
There has to be. What? Oh my gosh. Okay, so we're trying to get her released. That will also release Destrin and anybody down there with her.
Right.
There's also a chance that the well has some kind of puzzle or trial or something that would also cause a release to happen.
Right, because the door to the next floor is in the well too. With the key.
Oh. Oh shit. Okay. Well, fuck. I mean,
Should we just all go in?
should we all just go in?
Okay, I can't protect everyone. That's
I can't protect everyone either. Let me go down first, okay? And then
I can't be charmed.
okay, Orin and I can't be charmed, so we're fine.
So I can make Destrin and myself immune to being charmed. We just can't do anything else.
What do you mean you can make yourself and Destrin immune?
Put us in crystals, and we're just crystal.
What? What do you mean the crystal? Is this a
My
new thing?
sequestered judgment. No, it's my sequestered judgment. I've used it on you.
Oh shit! I mean, are you confident you could get that off before anything else happens? Because if she charms you before that happens, then you're fucked.
I'm sure I could get it off on Destrin first.
Well, if you...
So at the minimum, I save Destrin.
I mean, at this point. I'm just joking.
Be like, I mean, it's a little extra gravelly, look. I heard it's coming back into style.
You just give me so much stress. Okay, fuck it. Let's go. Perhaps you stay up here. Until we know that we're all immune to charm.
I'm sorry, who's jumping in?
We're all going.
All except Bropsy, I guess?
All except Bropsy are jumping into the well. Okay. Sure.
YOLO!
So as you all enter the well,
I will hold action for as soon as I can actually see Destrin to do sequestered judgment on her.
okay, you're holding that action to do sequestration judgment once you see her. And as you all splash, splash, splash into the water and begin, for a moment, you can see each other in the bubbles as you descend through the layers and layers of thick water. And by the end, it's almost complete darkness. And that's where we take our break. And we're back. So, as darkness takes you, as you sink deeper and deeper into the well, there's a small fall and then plop. Seti, you open your eyes and you find yourself surrounded by lavish pillows.
Oh.
Very comfortable, comfy, cozy. The most lavish and comfortable, squishiest bedding you have ever felt in your entire life. Laying not 10 feet away from you, in his full heighted glory, wearing a robe, legs crossed, and hung as usual is Cleary Asentov.
Wow, okay. I mean, I can't say I haven't,
Says, "Well, hello there," said he.
I Cleary, and I'm making like the finger quotes.
Oh, well, of course I can't fool you, dear. To be honest, wouldn't even want to try. Besides, I'm not even doing his voice correctly. He's too snivelly and nerdy.
Yes, this is like hot Cleary.
I do try my best. Now, I'll
Well-
tell you what. We can have a nice little conversation, you and I. We can have it the normal way, or we can have it the fun way. It's entirely up to you. I know you won't fall for my charms, but maybe you'll fall for just a bit of enjoyment while we talk.
You know, it would be only tempting, I think, if the real Cleary was also here to enjoy it. But since he's not, I must abstain. And so, we'll do it the normal way, which for me is the fun way. And maybe, yes. Sorry, I was prepared for this, but I wasn't expecting it to be so nice and dry down here. It's not at all like a well.
Well, it is what it is, all in all. Well, let's get down to it. What can I do for you, dear?
I'm like looking around like, is anyone else
Nobody else is
crashing
there.
through the ceiling? Yeah.
Nobody else is there.
Huh.
She's like, how about a massage while you wait? Trust me, I won't be sucking any of your soul away. Just, you look so
I'm
tense.
good, thank you. So I take it my friends are in separate little rooms?
Oh, well, I can keep you separated by a bit of illusion. No big deal.
I'd prefer you didn't.
Oh, well, I just want everyone to feel comfortable as possible.
Yes, and that means in a group. Safety in numbers, you know? More comfort with familiar faces that are actual, real faces, not pretend faces.
We'll have to see what they say on the matter. Speaking of which, Orn, as you crash through, you find yourself landing in some hot. For a moment, you think, holy shit, that hurts, but then it becomes just like you landed in a hot tub. But you look down and you can feel the weight of the molten rock on your body. Slipping out of a robe and joining on the other side of this pool, you see Lady Caldera, Princess of the Brass Palace, entering and saying, "It's been a long time, Orin." Just kind of waits her way in. It is interesting seeing you in your new form. I find it, how can we say this? Exhilarating.
Well, I know this is not Lady Caldera. So you can stop with the illusions.
Oh no, this is my body at the moment. No illusions here. This is, well, I can look however I like.
So look like something else then.
Does this make you uncomfortable?
Me? No, but it's not nice. Do that with her image.
Fair enough. I'd hate to be unkind. Well, you see she just sort of gestures, and as she does, she opens up and you can see her large sort of bat-like wings like unfurl behind her as her skin sort of like shifts to a more natural color. And then she just looks at you, and this is a objectively gorgeous woman. You can see that there's a bit of like sadness and like weariness on her face, but it's hidden behind like a very gentle smile. She says, "Oh, another one. Another one of you who just won't accept me, which is fine. I'm having much fun with Lady Destrin. Interesting girl. Trust me, she won't die even if we were to have all of my fill. She is an undead creature. I'm not drinking much of anything, but it's nice to touch someone again. Imagine being down here in this dark well all by yourself for millennia. And finally you've got so much to play with. Can't blame me for trying, really.
Well, relationships are weird. But
I'm
some
not
of us
talking
hold
about
to them.
relationships. I'm talking about pleasure, desire. That's the currency in the language that I speak. If I don't understand your desires and if I can't bring them to you, I feel like I'm not living as me. Do you understand that it's a crucial part of who I am? I've never taken a life of anyone who didn't deserve it or anyone who didn't want it by the end.
Well, one thing I've learned in my not so many years is that you can't please everyone.
All too true. Especially when they're all rocking godlike powers, making them immune to my charms. Without it, we might be having a very different conversation.
Possibly.
But as it is, I think we can have a talk. As we're all trying to be on the same side here. What is it you want?
Well, like to see my friends for one.
Is this the way it's going to be?
I think so.
That'll really depend on them. Mitnir.
Ah, shit.
Mitnir, you find yourself landing in what in your original village was called the Rutting Hut. It is a place where I'm not sure Mitnir ever really got to spend any time because I don't know if he had any partners before he left his village. But the Rutting Hut is a place where those that have been chosen by their mate are able to go to consummate and enjoy their time. It's the only relatively soundproof tent within the village. And you find yourself laying inside of this tent, your crusty rocks gone from your body, you in your full form. And I'll let you
I
decide
got better.
what you see laying across from you. It is entirely up to Mitnir what he sees. It could be something weird. It could be a dragonborn. It could be literally anything.
If we're gonna go weird, it's gonna be it's the image is going to be fluctuating between like every female character we've interacted with. Just like he doesn't know what he wants, so it's just like features just kind of back and forth between different like people we've run into.
Okay. So at first you see like the older version of Lady Hyacinth laying there just going, "Hello, Mitnir."
Hi? You're not supposed to be here.
No, I'm not. Yet I've been dragged in here with you. How naughty. I'll tell you what, though. As we are in the Rutting Hut, it is, as they say, do as the Dragonborn do. You see, she begins sort of moving towards you. I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Oh boy. Do I still have the negative?
Yeah.
So that would be -2. 14, but I got the stones. That's a 19.
Still a failure.
Ah.
So as she crawls towards you, you find yourself getting into it. And then by the time she's crawled over you, you see her, I'm going to be a little crass here, her gazongas start to enlarge from the small of that. And you see, instead of Hyacinth moving towards you, it's Titania has crawled her way over.
And I feel like Mitnir, at least to a certain degree, is going, this is not right.
But would you like it to be right? Or do you like it to be fun? You are charmed.
It's like the trying to resist but failing resisting.
All right. So as she continues to change forms, we'll cut away from Mitnir and fade to black as somebody's not immune to charm effects. Meanwhile, back to Seti. She looks at you for a moment. She says, well then, if this is the way it must be, that'll depend on your friends. She looks to the side, and you look to the side, and you see Orin sitting next to you.
Oh, Orin.
And when you look back, you don't see Cleary anymore. You see a succubus laying there with her tail wrapped around her leg.
Wow.
So what is it you desire? What can I do for you? Obviously you don't desire me, which is saddening, but I promise I will not take anything from anyone that they will miss.
Okay, well, here's the thing. Like, we have things we have to do, very important things that are kind of like world-ending important. And we want what's best for everybody in the meantime. And, you know, we need to help our friend get a sword that might be here somewhere. And we, you know, don't really have a dog in the fight between you and your sister or whatever, but I'm not above a bit of tit for tat. And since we are all stuck
She
in
sort
this...
of smirks.
Seti definitely like did a wink as she said tit. Um, we're all stuck in this well together, right? So we all need to break out of this prison together so that we can all do the things we want out of life and not be confined by the whims of whatever grudge your sister has against you. So we have people on the outside that can work on maybe getting her to say the magic words, but those people want really juicy dirt to kind of play the power game. You know how gossip is. It's a coin that can be traded like any other.
Indeed.
So, you know, there's a goblin child, but I guess maybe we didn't get a lot of information about that. And, you know, if...
Well, as I told you compatriots, now that I have a bit more strength, I think I can help a bit. I'll say this much. Is my sister still comforting with a certain two-headed simian creature?
Two-headed simian creature. I can certainly try to find out.
The Demogorgon, dear.
Oh.
One of the princes of the abyss.
Did we find out that was like over and done? Did I know that, or was that something that we knew out of
The only
character?
person that's mentioned it, I believe, is Sugtamoy.
The Grim.
That they were consort. She was a consort, yeah. Because if she's still cavorting with my old flame, chances are she has an angle. She doesn't really do the whole violence thing. Not entirely. But that doesn't mean she's not going to play the field. Knowing her, she's double-crossed him. I can almost guarantee it, if it's as long out there as it's been in here. She has double-crossed him, or she will soon.
Well, she's scheming something, and that would be valuable information to the Demogorgon.
He is one of the most powerful, the most violent, and most ambitious of the Abyssal Lords. He wishes to make himself royalty above all the rest, one of the few that would actively conquer other floors. That is not a game she likes to play. She would undermine him. And if he were to find out about this, well, you could have no more dangerous enemy. The Question is, can you find proof? I'm only speculating here, though I know I'm right. I know her. I fought her for so long. Ever since the beginning. Ever since the first war between all of us. Shit was whittled down to 4.
Well, what about information about this well, this place that we have found ourselves? Anything unusual or different or?
It's a perfect prison, dear. It is a prison in which the rules are unbreakable. You cannot use any form of magic to escape this place. The only way out is if you meet the criteria.
We didn't leave any
Rules
like,
are different from each and
puzzles
every
or
one.
riddles.
Oh, oftentimes
or...
there are puzzles, riddles, things that can be solved. My sister is not one such individual. That was not her plan.
Figures.
She made this place so that I could not escape, ever. Probably. The foxes up above were once one, and that individual bragged that she would never let me out and that no one could force her hand. It wasn't specific, but it's enough.
Well, I firmly believe that if anyone can force her hand, it is Cleary Asenpuff, because he won't want to leave me down here forever, or even 20 seconds if he can help it. So...
I've never heard such a name, but sure.
We just hear a splash, and here he is.
I came as quick as I could.
As quickly as good. Yeah, there he is. Well, there's that plan.
I can send messages across the plains, in and out. But we can communicate with people on the outside. Is there anyone in particular that you might see as an ally that would be interested in helping? Or have additional information?
I don't even know who's still left, dear. I wish I did. But I know nothing anymore. I've all but wasted away in here. See my desperation, my hunger.
I'm very sorry. Prison is a cruel thing, even when people have done cruel things. Nobody should have to live like this. Is there...
Well,
I mean, is there a middle ground, perhaps? I mean, you offered me a massage. Would you like one? Friend to friend? A girl's night? I'll paint your nails.
at the moment, your friend Mitneo is actually entertaining me quite well.
Oh, fuck. Don't kill him, please.
I promise. With the vitality of that one, it would take quite some doing, even if I went all out.
I don't know if he's... Oh my gosh. I mean...
Mitneo, could you roll me a d10?
That's a 9.
Okay.
The question is he gonna rage while he does it?
Nicholas. Look. Alright. I know we shouldn't have brought him down. This is what the whole argument was about, and then I let the idiot talk me into it anyway, because I don't know why. It's just what he does is he gets into trouble, and then we have to try to figure out how to save him. Alright.
Well,
I will take your word for it. Do not be gentle with that one, okay? He's very important, and if anything bad happens to him, we are all going to rot down here forever, and I will do everything in my power to make it 100 times more miserable than it already has been.
I believe you. You have a glow about you, something I would not like to mess with.
Oh, thank you. It's new. Do a little twirl.
Anyways, you can have him back soon. I think I've taken enough. And I think he's enjoyed himself quite thoroughly.
I don't want to know.
Mitnir, you feel the best you've felt in your entire life. You blink a few times, staring up at the watery ceiling and laying next to your friends. You also
That's it.
have your hit point maximum reduced by 90.
That sucks.
Oh boy. You look a bit worse for wear.
When did you guys get here?
We've been here the whole time.
Well, that's
All right.
awkward. Could have at least
Are you-
announced that you were here instead of just watching. I mean, come on.
Oh, it's we weren't. We were talking in another identical room. Are you okay?
Ask me tomorrow.
Right. Okay. Is there
You look at her awkwardly because of the 30 seconds where she took the form of SETI.
Look, is there could we potentially explore the bounds of this place as is, no illusions, no, or is it kind of
If that's what you wish.
yes?
And then she says, very well. And she drops it. In that moment, you guys find yourselves falling again.
Uh-oh.
10, 20, 30 feet, 40 feet, 50 feet, 60 feet, falling, and then suddenly, right before you hit what could be the darkness, death imminent from the height you just fell. Some of you, most of you, would be fine. Most of you can fly. But right before you would hit the ground, there's just an updraft of air. As if the well itself is breathing and keeps you from touching the bottom. And then you settle down gently. She
Well, that's
says,
nice.
this is my home. Do what you will.
Okay, and look around.
It's a very deep, very wide, empty-ass well.
I'm going to fly around and look around.
Yep.
Alright, make me a perception check.
I want to get a closer look at all the nooks and crannies. We've got nothing to kill but time.
Just look at her and be
Investigation
like,
check.
you said there's a key and a door.
You looking for the key?
No, I'm telling her, where's the key and where's the door? Because she's like, they're down here. I've seen them,
Oh, I've seen a key. I've never seen a door.
Let's start with where's the key?
Well, it's never where you expect it to be.
Got a 21.
Did you want me to roll perception or investigation?
If you're just flying around, perception.
Okay.
What did you get for your investigation?
21.
21? I mean, you look around. You see etchings on some of the stones on the lower level. A lot of them seem like they're counting something. By the number of them, they couldn't possibly be days. They could be years.
Were you counting over here?
Yes. I'm not sure how accurate it is, but yes.
Okay.
And a 36 perception.
36 perception. As you fly, looking for something that stands out, something different. Are you wearing the glasses?
Yep.
At a certain point, you see that there is a small groove in one of the walls.
Can I go look at that more closely?
Sure. It's about maybe 3 inches high, less than half an inch wide, just a little slot. But the way it's positioned, it couldn't have been a gap between any of the stone. It's just there.
Can I like search it, see if it's some sort of hidden mechanism or anything like that?
Yeah, make me an investigation check.
33.
Well, the 33, it doesn't seem like it would be necessarily like any form of like complicated contraption. It doesn't look like it's trapped or anything like that. But it does look like something could be slotted inside.
Does it have a specific shape to it, or?
It's just like a rectangular groove, about 3 inches high and about half an inch wide.
Okay. I guess I'm gonna then look around for something that might fit that. I don't know if there's any rubble on the floor or anything.
Oh, there's lots of broken rock down at the bottom from a time when a much less haggard succubus queen had raged within the well and done damage to some of the weaker stones.
Guess I'll look around for something that would match the shape.
All right, make me an investigation check.
22.
Looking around, you seem pretty confident there's nothing that would just directly fit into it.
Well, I'll tell everyone else. Like, I found this sort of groove in part of the wall. Looked like something you could possibly place something into, but I don't know what to put in it.
I mean, can I take a look, or I don't know. Is that any arcana or from my readings? Any insights I can add?
I'll also share with you guys that she's seen the key, but it's never where you expect it to be.
So, like,
Does it look like a key, or what exactly does it look like?
You're muted.
When he was looking from outside the well down into the well, he saw a key floating just what would have been maybe like 100 feet from the surface of the water.
It looked like
now
a
that
key.
you've fallen in here, not there.
So whether it's in the water or not.
Are you guys okay down there? Down low. Oh no. Oh no.
We're okay.
Just okay.
Okay. I should
Crouch is
probably
still up top.
I should probably let Cleary know I'm okay. I am running out of sending spells.
If I fly up and look through the water from below, do I see anything in the water? Like that would resemble a cave?
Yeah, fly up there and make a perception check.
35.
35, you look, you squint, you look as hard as you can, and then you see a glint of something. It looks like it must be 100 feet away somehow. Past the water, on the other side, maybe floating up in the air. Hard to tell.
Can I go up to the surface of the water and see if my hand can penetrate it at all?
I mean, you're at the bottom of the surface, the bottom surface of the water.
Yeah, can I like poke my
Yeah.
hand through it all?
Make a strength check.
Strength check, oh boy. 7.
No, you try to force against it, but you still have that same sort of like strong jelly repulsion.
Just for shits and giggles, I'm gonna look towards that little glint and like place my hand on the surface and just try to concentrate and think, like grasp the key. Give.
Okay. Let's go ahead and make a Arcana check, I guess.
All right. 33.
All right, you guys see Orin flies up to the top. He doesn't say anything, but he seems to be focusing. You see he begins to glow brighter and brighter and brighter. And suddenly there's like all this energy, this magic pulsing up in the air as this celestial touched creature, more sense, but this thing that was capable of opening and closing any door of Selindor focuses and focuses. And then, Orin, you look at your hand, and there's nothing there.
Yeah, it was a long shot. I figured I'd try.
I mean, okay, so like, place you least expect it. Is that literal? Like, think of the first place you would think of a key, and then think of the opposite of that, and that's where it's going to be?
Ah, so it's not in my hand, it's in my pocket. I'll check my pocket.
I mean, my first thought was
What's in
it's
your
in your
pocket?
butt.
Whatever's normally in your pockets, that's where it's at.
But
Probably
if that
some
were the
bacon.
case, wouldn't the key already be in the lock?
Pocket bacon.
That's true! It would already be in the lock. Oh my god, Mitnir, that's the smartest thing you've ever said. I'm so proud of you.
Okay, what are you doing?
Like,
Eat my pocket bacon.
Can we just
Forgot
try?
that was in there.
Can I just like approach the door like it's already open and try to like go through or shove it or whatever? Just like cocky bard confidence. This door is going to open for me.
Did we find a door?
Oh, I mean, okay, we found the groove. That might be like a keyhole. I tried to push it.
All right, you try to push it. You don't feel anything. It's just a piece of stone. There's a groove that you could maybe slip your fingers into if you tried hard enough, but that's about it.
I mean, this is definitely the last place I expected it. Just like looking at, can I like look into the groove? Like, or like how deep is it? How?
I mean, looking into the groove, like just like keeping your eye, trying to like see how deep it is, probably goes back about maybe 6 inches.
I want to stick my rapier in it and try to poke around the back of it.
Okay. You stick your rapier in and you begin poking around. It doesn't seem to, like, you can feel like it clicking against the metal inside. It's not stone inside, but metal. But it doesn't seem to release anything, or no matter how much you poke it, you don't feel any pins specifically.
Yeah, I guess I do have lockpick tools that would have been better for actual. 6 inches is a pretty deep keyhole, though. You know?
Yeah, that's deeper than most of the lockpicking tools you have.
So it is metal back there. Whatever that's worth.
Yep. Meanwhile, Prophecy's like, Anything I can do to help?
Where's the last place you'd expect to find the key?
I don't know. I probably wouldn't think about that, because it would be the last place.
Exactly.
So whatever I think of is probably not the last one.
What about our new friend up there?
What about him?
What does he think?
Him?
Last place they'd expect to find the key.
Oreshka! Yes, dear, what can I do for you? Where's the key? What's the last place you would think the key would be? The last place I think the key would be? Well, that's a very good question. The last place I would think it would be in the well with the captor. The captive. With the prisoner. That would be silly.
If the prisoner has the key, aren't they the captor? This place hurts.
Very odd indeed, must say. Very odd indeed. Perhaps there's some rule for it to appear. Odd indeed. We should contemplate this. We'll get back to you. Meanwhile, Grim, in the abyss.
I'm Grimmin.
So Zugtamoy got a little bit of information from you, and then you asked for a bit more information from them. Nobody's gotten back to you in a while.
I don't know what they're doing. Should we just go kidnap her
This is
boyfriend?
super dumb. Yeah, let's go get him. Let's kidnap that son of a bitch. Come on, if anybody can make it to Pezunia from Zugtamoy's there, I can.
I mean, we were talking about kidnapping her boyfriend and then just turning his penis into a mushroom.
Yeah, I think that's awesome. Tell the queen. Let her know we're leaving. Or maybe don't, and we surprise her.
I mean, I thought she was still here.
Oh
Unless
no,
she left.
she says I have other things to do. I'm bored, and she left.
Like, okay, Mushroom Queen, we might just go kidnap her boyfriend. If that's cool with you. Because these guys haven't gotten back to us. You know, hopefully that's okay with you.
There's a moment, and she's like, and you just hear in your head, "Do what you will."
That didn't sound like a no. You wanna? Yeah. Well, I forget this guy's name. Is it just like
Not important.
Boney? Sticks. I think it was Sticks.
Yeah, Sticks. It's Sticks. That's it. But I'm not Sticks anymore. I'm more than Sticks. I'm spores and sticks. Sticks and spores.
Sticks and spores.
Spork. Spork. It's Spork.
We'll call him Spork.
We found it. Spork is my new name. Call me Spork. Hell yeah, that sounds right. Ah, it sounds spore, stick, spork. Perfect.
Oh god.
Right then.
Well, to save on time, I thought we just both turn into wisps of cloud.
Oh, sure. I'll
Great.
try really hard.
No, Grim's got it. It's okay.
Oh, right, okay. And then as you turn and you do wind walk, you both take off. He says, "Follow me! This is the fastest I've ever gone!" And he begins flying you straight up through. You immediately splash through the roof of Shadekla. You find yourself in a massive canyon, flying by strange, buzzing monsters all over the place. Places you've been before, zipping up through, straight through, past hundreds of pools of myriad colors and all these different transporting portals to different layers of the abyss, straight through, up into Pazunia proper. Up into the sky, he begins flying even faster and faster, all the way through, cutting over clouds, skulls, bones all over the place, cutting past the river Styx as it runs through the top layer, and off into the distance in the east, you see rising pillars of rose-colored stone creating this beautiful castle. Something that seems completely out of place here. Romantic vibes to this beautiful, pristine building. And as you arrive, do you want to stay in mist form, or do you want to... How do you want to proceed? It seems like it's mostly open pillars, and that there's a chamber that goes deep within, and a bunch of chambers that fall off to the side, but the main central chamber seems accessible from the outside, as if you could just fly straight in.
I mean, if there's an entrance, I think because like we are kind of, I mean, Grim is kind of like a dignitary. I think we'll just kind of settle and become corporeal again.
Okay, so as you become corporeal again, you find yourself at these beautiful pink marble steps. Or when I say pink, I mean like sort of rose-colored marble steps. Beautifully designed, great like embossing or like sculpture work all throughout it. You can see sculptures of the succubus queen, you would assume. But you also see sculptures of some like very strong, muscular, four-armed individual. And as you continue moving inside, you hear that there is some sort of strange demon off to the side. Do you speak Abyssal?
Hold on one second. I'm replying to this guy in chat. Anyway. Yeah, I speak Abyssal. I learned it, didn't I? I think I did.
Yeah. And as
Yeah,
you arrive, he says, this demon goes, "Halt! Who is it that wishes to enter Vainalon?"
It is Grim, champion of the abyss. The abyss.
Make a persuasion check with advantage.
Doesn't matter. It's gonna be bad either way. It's a 14. Fear
14?
me.
Okay, he goes, Oh, yeah, I heard about you. Didn't you take out Jibiqua, what was his name? Orcus's champion.
Spider dude, yeah.
Ah, I see. And have you come to see, well, the favored consort?
You mean the hunter boyfriend guy?
Masterfall, yes.
Yeah, tell me about this
hunting
guy real quick.
sovereign, demon lord of the hunt.
Demon Lord of the Hunt. Interesting. You want to tell me a little bit about him? Where's he from?
I assumed you knew, as champion. Oh,
Listen.
if you're not here to visit him, who is it you're here to visit?
I am here to visit him, but I need a little bit of information for, just to prep me. Look, I'm like...
He is a hunter of all things, and he is a consort of, well, one of the greatest of all of the demon lords, we do say, so Pazuzu commands, Lady Malcontact.
Yes, I know about that. Here, so that I don't offend anybody, does the Demon Lord, the Demogorgon, know about him?
The Demogorgon? Hard to say. They're both so argumentative with one another. Easily manipulate one or the other.
I don't want to offend anybody,
I'm not sure what they know. I serve Lord Pazuzu, and in this fair instance, I serve at the leisure of Vainalor. And the Lord within, the the favored consort.
The favored consort, Vainalor. Hunter of all things.
Yeah, he's got a bunch of trophies in there.
Now, is
Skulls
this
of
guy
massive
like a?
beasts he's defeated.
He is a demon though.
Oh, yeah, big, strong fella.
Big, strong fella. Okay, great. What type of demon are we talking?
I don't know. He looks like that.
And he points at the statue, which is of a massively buff, incredibly handsome, four-armed row of spiked horns rising out of his skull, probably about 6 of them. Incredibly stacked, like just you can see every vein on its body, even in the sculpture, which is made out of, again, this rose-colored marble. And he's got like a spear in one hand and like a great hammer in the other. And again, he has 4 arms.
So he's got 4 of those arms to like touch all over her. Okay. Now compare that to the 2 heads, and it's like, okay, which one are you gonna choose? I guess, right? Okay.
Beats me, champion, my lord. It's
All
not
right.
for me to say.
Well, I'm gonna go in and see him then. If you want, is there like somebody who introduces me?
We don't normally stand under quorum, but I can do so, Sir Champion, if you should wish. Grim, the champion of the abyss, yes?
Why not? Let's do it. And
Right.
this is Sticks.
No, I'm Sporks now. Spork.
Oh, Sporks, yeah.
Yeah.
He says, okay, cool.
Well, then I'll do my best to introduce you to.
And he heads inside, and you pass by a couple of different, like, strange, incredibly, I wouldn't say muscular, but bulky, insectoid creatures that sort of guard on the other side of the wall.
It says, stand down. We have important dignitaries here.
And as you step inside, you see sort of lounging, about 15 foot tall, incredibly muscular, about the size of his statue himself. Red-skinned, 4 arms, lazing about, huge crown of horns coming out of his head. His bed is made out of the pelts of beasts you could start trying to guess, but most of them probably don't even exist anymore. You see like the heads of dragons and like a megalodon, all sorts of incredibly large beasts, like a Tyrannosaurus Rex, like Buddy style heads, just like all strewn about the space. And he's laying around, and he says, "What is it, you stupid bug? Is the lady coming to visit me again? Oh, how I miss her."
Says, sorry, my lord, but instead I am here to introduce 2 honored guests of the Abyss. We have here Grim, the champion of the Abyss from Selindor, and his faithful companion, the Honorable Sporks.
Just, I'm sorry, who? He like leans on one of his many elbows and just looks over at you, and he says, "Who the fuck are you?"
I am Grim, champion of the Abyss.
Really?
Yes.
I didn't know we had a champion of the Abyss.
You do now.
Well, great. Are you particularly powerful?
More powerful
Let's
than the
say-
spider guy.
And he sort of just leans on both. He gets like sort of like a girl at a slumber party, just like kind of like, you know, feet kicked back, laying on his stomach, but he's got like all these extra arms. And he's just like, let's say you and I were to fight, and I were to take your head. I'm not saying that's what I'm offering at the moment, but let's say it happened. Do you think that would impress people?
Well, it might.
Really?
Are you stronger or weaker than Pazuzu?
Hard to say. I don't think I've fought with Sir Pazuzu. You know, he's a big deal, has his own lab and everything. I'm not just really not that all that interested in that sort of thing. I'm more into the ladies.
Grim's not that into the ladies.
Well, that's where we differ, friend. Well,
Grim's
if you're not
into
into
the
the ladies, your
guys
life
either.
does seem very sad, doesn't it? Well, what if I were to, and I'm just spitballing here, kill you, take your head, and then use that to impress a lady?
Well, see, the problem with that is, one, you can't. Because you are just a weak demon boy. Aside from
Okay.
that, Grim is here to kidnap you and use you as leverage to free a different demon lady.
Right.
Because again, you are just a weak demon form.
Oh, you poor pathetic thing. He begins to stand up with his forearms bulking, flexing, lifts all four of his arms, says, "Get ready to get fucked up." And we're going to cut away from that.
Nice.
Spork's just like, oh god.
So he's like, "I'm going to fuck you up." Clink, 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 clink.
It's like Spork's just
Get
like
him,
level 2 or
Spork.
something. Like, he just...
All right. So with that, back deep, deep down in the well. What are you guys doing?
I'm going to burn a 4th level spell slot to send a message to Clary. And just say, "We're fine. There's a keyhole. Key only appears where least expected. Tell Grim." Oh fuck, what did we learn? There's been so much happening. I said that we learned the correct name. We did that already. And then there was, oh. Is Demogorgon still in picture? Sisters definitely plotting against him, need proof. Was that it? Is that about it?
Seems good enough.
I think that's what I got.
Hopefully you'll find the key. Have you tried locate object? I will look into the Demogorgon. Perhaps Zogtamoy will know. Awaiting Grim's return. Haven't seen in an hour. We'll let you know when I know more. Love you.
Okay, well, I don't have the ability to... Well, we could try to scry on the key. I don't know if that would help. I don't have any other divination spells. I don't know if maybe Propsy would. Can I detect magic? Hang on, let me make sure I have detect magic. I think that's one of my... That's a ritual, right?
Beats me, dog.
I think I have it.
Can you detect magic?
Yes. For concentration up to 10 minutes. I can sense magical effects within 30 feet of myself. So I'm just gonna do detect magic and fly around and kind of get the sense. Obviously there's gonna be lots of magic here, but I can learn the different schools.
There's enchantment kind of all over the place.
Yeah, so I'm looking for anything that's different, anything notable, obviously enchantment, but like if there's anything that's...
Yeah, I mean, you're seeing like some conjuration up at the top near the water. You're seeing, I don't remember all the schools off the top of my head. I think abjuration. But you're not seeing anything like specifically small and within the well, like a small source of like a concentration of magic.
Anything around the keyhole or inside the keyhole?
The keyhole does seem to have some sort of transmutation magic on it.
Ooh.
But that's about it.
Don't know what to make about that, but I'll note it. Keyhole is transmutation. And I don't see any other glimmers of transmutation elsewhere in around the area.
Nope.
For shits and giggles, I want to cast Dispel Magic on the keyhole.
Okay. Make a roll.
$18.
All right, with an 18, you see the keyhole slightly changes in shape.
Oh. So, does the magic aura go away?
The transmutation does, yeah.
I look at it now. Like, how does it compare to before? Go back in with my rapier, with my
It looks
lockpicks.
significantly more like an actual lock, but it is still 6 inches deep, and it is still enchanted.
Still metal at the back.
Yep. Well, while that's happening, anybody else have anything they would like to try?
I'm gonna go up near the key, like up Paul said he's casting, and then do the stone walk thing and just try and walk through the wall. Like, imagine if it was a door, see if I could just like loop around it.
Unfortunately, you cannot move through magical stone.
Mm.
It says very specifically non-magic.
Well, I'm running out of spell slots. But
So that wasn't from the ring.
What's
That
it
was
from?
the Stoneborn emblem.
Yeah, it still can't. It's still, you
Okay.
shouldn't be able to walk through non-magical stone.
It just says solid stone.
Yeah, no, it's
Okay.
it's still I wrote that one then, and I
Okay.
forgot to write non-magic.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm just
Yeah.
clarifying. Just kind of like hits head against wall. Hmm.
I'm going to burn another Greater Restoration on Midnir, which should give him back his maximum hit points. They're costing me a lot
Does
of
it
money
say
today.
specifically it does that?
Yes, it does.
Okay then. So you're still down 90 HP, but
Not maximum.
not maximum.
Just kind of goes. Feel a little better, thanks. What did you do?
I unfucked you.
I just kind of blushes a little red from that 30 seconds earlier, and just like just sees himself back to the ground.
You're born again virgin, dear lad.
Boy, I have no ideas. Sim is tired and cannot think of anything.
That's perfectly okay.
I mean, you could just blast it with some more magic.
I am running out of magic to blast it with. I could, I can open a demiplane for free. We could try that and have a little fun in a demiplane. But I think our succubus friend could take care of that for us anyway.
Can recommend.
Okay. Boy. I mean, I'm not going to lie. I didn't think it was possible for Cleary to get hotter, but more for me, I guess.
So, speaking of Cleary, Cleary is looking through books, trying to contact people, waiting. He says, "When is Grim going to get back? This is ridiculous." And then, after about 10 more minutes of pacing, running through things, hears a big thump, 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 thump. As Grim, you and Spork drag a 15-foot tall, four-armed demon of the hunt into the mansion.
Sounds about right.
And then Cleary's like, "Who's that? What happened?" He
Oh,
says,
this is the succubus queen's boyfriend.
"I thought she was dating the Demigorgon."
She's also dating this guy.
Oh. Oh. Oh? Yeah, we fucked him up. And you look over and you see Spork and his head is in his hands.
Spork is not well.
Says, "No, we fucking destroyed him." Ha 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 ha. And working his jaw by him with his hands.
I'm assuming that the simplest way is probably he's probably just kind of foaming at the mouth because I probably like feeble-minded him unless he's immune to that.
It's entirely up to you what you did to him. I just decided it wasn't worth doing a fight for because you would have eviscerated him.
Yeah, he's probably the simplest thing probably would have just been like to feeble-mind him and then just like knock him out. Just like
yeah, so he's just laying there going, hubba hubba.
He's just out.
Oh, you forgot how to breathe again, boss. Oh, breathe, breathe, breathe. Just hitting him on the chest.
So anyway, we got him now. Hopefully, the queen will be okay with it. The mushroom queen. Now, obviously, the other queen is not going to be okay with it, but that's kind of the point.
Right then. So, we're blackmailing with a kidnapped child. Is that the plan? Kidnapped child.
Child.
Sorry.
I mean, if you want me to kidnap a child, I could go find one.
No, you've done enough kidnapping. He's got 4 arms. He's 15 foot tall. How did you even do this?
He's not very strong. She just uses him for his, arms and other things.
Which are now mushrooms.
His arms too.
Meanwhile, his arms. You said he's sitting in your looking around like frantically, like searching things, trying not to burn through all your spells. You get a message from Cleary. Seti, Grim has kidnapped a lover of Malcondet. We're going to blackmail her. First time doing it myself. Wish us luck. If so, things should go well for you. Love you.
God. Oh my god. Oh my god, you guys. Oh my god, they kidnapped. Hey, oh my god, I never got actually introduced to the succubus lady here. I don't know your name. They our friends outside kidnapped your sister's lover. And they're going to blackmail.
She hasn't been visible this whole time, and then suddenly you see her sort of just like appear out of nowhere. Just same as you saw her before. She goes, "Oh, kidnapping one of her lovers. Oh, very interesting. She gets bored of them very quickly, and they're all interchangeable, but if it's one she actually cares for, might have some weight."
This one has its own castle.
I do generally trust Grim to the decisions may not always make sense in the context that I live in, but they do make sense to Grim. So I trust that this was not necessarily a stupid decision.
Only time will tell.
I guess so. In the meantime, we're going to keep... Hey, Destrin's still occupied, right? There's no sign of Destrin anywhere.
Oh, Destrin? No.
Destrin's still busy.
I mean, I would really feel better about all of this if I could speak to Destrin.
Oh, sure. I'll ask her. I haven't charmed her or anything past just my normal charming demeanor. She's just having a lot of fun. She had a lot
Do
of
I-
stress to let go of.
Do I believe her?
Make an insight check.
I don't think I believe you.
Don't get too
Natural
handsy.
20 for a 28.
It is the best stress relief you can get down here.
The bar's pretty low.
I guess technically it would still be as automatic success, even though she rolled higher than you for her roll.
That's your assertion.
Yeah, it's fine. So she seems to be telling the truth.
So like Destrin's just like totally like, yeah, okay, fine with me.
Destrin is vibing.
Okay. I mean, I was going to give her the option to be able to choose to vibe, but if she's already chosen to vibe, then okay. I guess I don't have to burn an 8 level
But
slot
I'll
to
let
make
her
sure
know
she can vibe.
that there's a lot going on.
Just
And
having a gay old time.
I mean,
Yeah.
it would be great if she could help us find this key or whatever, but you know, since we're
She's-
here
of
for
course.
her.
So she
her
kind of vanishes for a
sword.
moment. And then a few seconds later, you see a disheveled Destrin pops up. Her hands like trying to get back to their positions. Her hands look so relaxed. They're kind of sliding down her face. And she's just like, get back up there. She kind of like pushes the hand back one back up. And she says, sorry, they were getting massages. Oh my God. Oh my God.
I'm sure it was.
I'm so
lovely.
sorry, Seti. I'm so sorry. First it was the charm, and then it was just... When she realized she couldn't eat me, it was just...
No, I mean,
I'm
nobody
sorry.
could blame you. It's a once in a lifetime opportunity to get absolutely wrecked by a professional. So, you know, no
You see
judgment.
Klepto is just riding in like a pocket and just kind of like the hand is just like limped out of the pocket, just like hanging there, just like twitching slightly.
Yeah. You know, good for you. But we
Sorry about that.
need to get the fuck out of here. So,
She just pulls herself together and she's like,
Right. Let's do that. What have we learned?
I'll go over it all again.
okay. While you're doing that, back topside, Cleary, Grim, Sporks, whose head has been reattached, an unconscious demon lord of the hunt, and Zugtamoy are all having a conversation. Zugtamoy looking between this entire scene and says, I did say do what you will,
You did say to do it, we will.
but wow,
We got him.
you did. I'll have you know that is not only her quote-unquote favored consort, that is also the guard of the entrance from Pezunia into her realm. You have effectively kidnapped the doorkeeper to her realm. That is an act of war.
Well,
How very interesting.
I mean, he wasn't very strong. So, she needs a better guard.
Well, as it is, I think we can do some work now. Well, shall we then? I think we do this all together. And as she begins to disappear into the large trunked mushroom cap, it folds in after her, and you can see on the other side verdant hills. Cleary's like, oh dear. It's Vassetti? It's Vassetti. It's Vassetti. It's Vassetti. It's Vassetti. Walking into a succubus lair. Oh my god, I'm not here. And he disappears into the mushroom. And then you hear Spork say, well, I hope I get laid. I'm gonna bone me! Succubus. And he runs in.
He doesn't have any life force to lose.
Grim?
That's right. So, here we go. Just drag the guy.
Grim just like looks at this massive body behind him and just starts dragging the body with him. And as the mushroom closes behind you, that's when we'll end our session for today. We'll pick it up next time. Thank you so much for hanging out.